Hello, hello, family. How are you all? How are you doing? Hope you're fine. Thank you so much. I'm really so much humbled. Thank you so much for liking my channel. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for each and everything. You like my things I put. May really God bless you. May God really bless you so much. Today I really wanted to say something small. I wanted to share something small with you guys because it's like I wanted to be part of you. I wanted you to be part of me. I wanted us to be family. Though we are not together, at least I wanted to create that togetherness. So I wanted to tell you a short story about me. When I grew up, okay, when I was young, my dad used to love me so much. Yes, I'll repeat it. I know my sister is watching. I know my sisters are watching there. But my dad used to love me so much that I know that he used to love me so much. So by the age of 8, my mom passed away. When she died, life began to change in that whenever, okay, for that period we had to separate with my sisters because one of my youngest sisters, she was really young because I was 8, and the other one was really so much young, so they had to take her. My other sister was also taken by another auntie, so we were separated in that way. I was with my dad because I was the old one. So what happened is, as time used to go on, we could rarely meet with my sisters. So with time, I remember my dad was not that rich, yeah, but he tried to take me to school. So I went to my school. It was not easy. I remember in my primary we used to pay, it was around 25,000 by that period. It was just 25, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it was a government school. But paying that 25 was always hard for my dad to give it out. Then in primary 7, I got a chance. Someone gave me a bursary. So I got a bursary in primary 7. My dad didn't pay for fees. Then here comes another story. I joined secondary. So secondary again, by chance, we came out with this thing of the government thing. The government was providing most of the fees. So my main job was to study and maybe bring a choir of room. Yes. So that is how it was. I studied from senior 1 to senior 4 under that condition of the government, but we could study half day because the classes were not enough. We had to share the classes with others, so we could study, like they could say senior 1 and senior 2 will study in the morning, then senior 3 and senior 4 will come in the afternoon. So that was me in the ordinary level. So when I finished that, I went to my A-level advanced. Yes, my dad tried so much. He really tried so much to take me to a better school. So I went. I was there for the 2 years, and he tried so much to pay for the dues. It was not really easy for him by that time. Up to now, it was not easy. But we thank God. I thank God that I successfully finished. I completed my senior 6. But then when I finished senior 6, I remember nothing happened afterwards. money disappeared completely from my dad's pocket. That is what I can say. Poor me. Then with that, I noticed that I had to grow up. I had to grow up such that I can take care of myself, not to stress my dad and each and everything. I had grown up. You know, when you finish advanced level, you're a big woman now. So when I finished advanced level, the first thing I was doing was to work at a kiosk. My mom used to have a kiosk. My young mom used to have a kiosk at home there, so they could send me to go and shop things from the wholesale market. Then I bring it this side and we sell it in a retail way of selling things. We could sell like tomatoes, onions, and everything, some things like that. Because I've told you, my dad was poor, he didn't have money. So now life began to change from there, because I remember whenever I used to go and sell things in the market or at the kiosk to sell those things to get food, I could come back, and then what was really disturbing me was that I could come back at around 10 or 9. Between that time, that was my time of coming back home. But the scenario, the experience I used to get was really not good, because I used to come back tired, and then okay, you're tired, you're tired from morning, you're seated on a stool, sitting from morning up to evening, it is not easy. But what was really so much painful was that sometimes they could close the door on me, like I was always closed from outside, I couldn't enter the house. It was really so much hurting, it really hurt me so much. So I ended up sometimes sleeping in the toilet. I ended up sometimes sleeping with my friend. She was also not well off, but at times she could say, Yana, come and sleep here with me. But again, even though I used to sleep in her room, I was not given a chance to sleep on the bed. I was always sleeping on the floor, on that cement. Cement is very cold at night, my dear. You can't sleep. So that was my life, basically, as I grew up. Then after that, I remember when I finished, when the results came back, I knew I had to start working, because I knew I'll not go for secondary thingy. So I had to go and start looking for a job. That's when I went and left my home, because I was really tired of the home, but I had nowhere to go for the time being. When I got a job, I was really so much happy, and I went. There were some Indians in a certain estate, and they were looking for a housemaid. My first job after advanced level was working as a secretary. Should I say secretary? I was typing in a certain cafe for the university students, so I was typing. Then I couldn't handle it, because my eyes were always paining, so I couldn't handle that pain of the eyes. I decided to chase myself after around 3 weeks. So then I went to work as a housemaid for the Indians. I'll tell you another day, starting from that part. Remind me. But I love you all. This is part 1. I'll give you part 2.